Yo, 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 we are back. We are back. We are here again at another Monday night. And you know what time it is? You are here at another edition of Black Bottom.
On no paper, no phone, no texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
All right, come on in. Come on in. Kind of fellowship. So get you some water, drink you some fruit, eat you some fruit, have you a beer, get you a cocktail, get you some juice. But leave them pills alone. Them mugs will kill you.
Chicago, nigga.
Não é só na vida que a vida não é na janela que se olha. Há uma linha clara perto da saída. Fecha os olhos e você vai ver. Não é só aqui que sol ilumina. Coisas do além que vão além. precisa se esforçar pra crer. Apagaram as luzes pra eu ver. Saí da onde vim pra eu poder ser. Você mostrou o caminho pra eu andar. Eu disse pelo mar que eu vou nadar. Não é só na vida que a vida. Não é na janela que se olha. Há uma linha clara perto da saída. Fecha os olhos e você vai ver. Não é só aqui que só ilumina. Coisas do além que vão além. Quando de repente é coincidência, nem precisa se esforçar pra querer. Apagaram as luzes pra eu ver. Saí da onde vim pra eu poder ser. Você mostrou o caminho pra eu andar. Eu disse pelo mar que eu vou nadar.
Oh my gosh. The music just turns me on.
Let's get ready to rumble! took a little break. I'll explain that in a minute. But just come on in and fellowship, because you are here again at Black Bob.
Oh my gosh. The music just turns me on.
Come on in, grab them chairs. We fellowshipping tonight. We are back again. So I want all y'all to get you some water, eat you some fruit, get you a beer, roll you a blunt, get you a cocktail, drink you some juice. But please, 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 leave them pills alone. The mugs will kill you. You are here again at Black Bottle.
Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't want to talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out of time. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you're no longer in my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Yeah. So you thought I would let this stay. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. Oh, that's right. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you're no longer in my presence. So we thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. So we thought I would let this stay. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So we thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. We're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So we thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Thought you do it so much better.
Let's get ready to rumble! Chicago, nigga.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been thinking for myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like okay. You never leave my thoughts alone. safe when you're away. Nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make. It's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like okay. You never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in on it. You're the reason I can't get out of my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Oh my gosh. The music just turns me on.
Yo, here we go, here we go. It's time for the show. Yo, you are here at the Roscast. Come on, let's go.
You cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, either way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all. So tell your good night. 'Cause I'm going to better one. Yeah. So set the book down before the moment flies. Ooh. So tell your good night. 'Cause I'm going to better one.
Yo, yo, yo. We are back. We are back. We are back. What's good?
It's not a problem.
We back at it again.
'Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yeah. Nothing can stop me. 'Cause I'm addicted to you now.
Peace all the Black Bottom Roscast family. We back at it.
I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of the
We are back at it.
So tell me good night. 'Cause I'm find a better one. Yeah. So set the book down before the moment flies. So tell
Yeah, baby.
Let's get ready to So set the book Chicago, before the moment flies.
Yo, yo, yo. We are back. We are back. We are back at it again. It's been a minute. It's been a week. It ain't been that long, but it's been long enough. Last week I tried. I know y'all probably wondering like, what the fuck happened with the shits. I know for those that was really on my Facebook side, y'all probably did see that live last week. And for all my YouTube followers, I do apologize for the technical difficulties that I had last week on my stream. I was struggle streaming for real. I actually set up, and when I did that live last week, um, on YouTube, it went for like 6 minutes as far as the intro. I probably got the highest number of goddamn views on the ratchetest, ghettoest ass video that I've ever live streamed since I've been doing this. It was in the hundreds. Um, for what I'm doing as far as on my struggle streaming side, yeah, that was kind of the highest. I'm sorry for all those that did tune in on my YouTube side for the technical difficulties. That's why I told you in the short that I'm gonna redo this when I get things together. I tried to do some new stuff as far as with my YouTube and stream my live streams on a streaming platform. But then I found out that the streaming platform was janky when it comes to the kind of equipment that I got right now, and it wasn't going to hold the stream up to par as far as what I wanted to do. And it wasn't showing on YouTube. It was doing all these glitchy shit. I didn't know nothing from nothing as far as what I was doing with it. So yeah, it kind of, you know, it went there. I had to end the stream on YouTube. I got some negative responses. I do apologize, but I will say this: for whatever the reason was, I got some new subscribers, so I appreciate those that did in fact tune in. Hopefully, you guys are tuning back in with me, and I can make it up to y'all. But I do apologize for the technical difficulties that I had on my YouTube stream. Like I say, I'm struggle streaming, double streaming. I'm on both my platforms. And for all those tuned in on Facebook, if you're not subscribed, go on over to YouTube and subscribe to Black Bottom Broadcast. Hit the subscribe and the bell button for all upcoming future live streams I do. This is a revised edition as far as what I was supposed to have done last week. But I'm going to do it this week. I had some other stuff going on too. Shout out to the FOE DJs, MCs, and entertainment. We on major moves. Shout out to all my DJ heads out there. For those that don't know, I'm also every Thursday, starting this Thursday at 8 p.m. to 10. I'm doing my own live mix show on Groove London Radio. They're a radio station, they're an internet radio station based out of London, England. Tune them in. They got other DJs that's doing their thing. A few people from the States. A lot of them are from overseas. Give you something different to listen to. It's a free app. You can go to your Google store and type in Groove London Radio. Download it. Bam, you got it. It's also a site on there when you can like interact with the DJs. It's a chat room. You can talk to people up in there, get interactive, get into some newer stuff, y'all. Stop being so confined to the ghetto shit. Expand your horizons musically, artistically. You'll appreciate it later. Like I said, I do apologize for last week. I had a lot to talk about. Still got a lot to talk about. And for those that are here, I appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to all those that are here. I know since I'm not getting the traction that I was getting before last week tonight, probably because they didn't know if I was going to keep this going. But yeah, I'm keeping it going. Like I said, I tried something new. It didn't work. I got to revamp on some things and update some things to put it to that perspective as far as what I was envisioning that I was trying to do with my live stream, especially on the YouTube side, but obviously it didn't work. So I went back to the basics. Hopefully, and I'm gonna just keep it like this for a while until I actually upgrade as far as other stuff. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And I hope everybody is trying to be the best version of themselves. I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to run through some things. I'm going to talk about some things. I'm going to get some things off, that was on my mind, off my chest, give it to the people. And I promise you, I know you're like, oh shit, here you go. He probably going to do like a 4-hour video this time because he ain't been on last week. So he might got a lot to talk about. His long-winded ass. I'm trying not to be so long-winded. Okay? I'm going to tell you this right now, and I mean this with wholeheartedness. I am not going to be too long. I'm going to get in and get out. Let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Hopefully those that want to hear some good music, tune in this Thursday at 8 o'clock for my new time when I'm on Groove London Radio. And yeah, we'll get it together. Before I go any further, this here live is sponsored by Ice House, Duff, Fiji Water, that I had that love in your body, and the word of the game. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. I know y'all seen the title. It's pretty self-explanatory, especially what's been going on in these internet streets and social media platforms over the last couple weeks. And it's coming to a head now. I guess Cat Williams knows something that a lot of us don't know out here. Shout out to Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
He acting like show enough out here. Y'all always be thinking that man talking crazy. But he spoke some things into existence. It ain't because he got some kind of diabolical plan himself, or he got the upper hand on people, he got some fake voodoo doll in some box that every time he feel like fucking with it, he fuck with it. He just sees things like some of us see things for what it truly is, especially if you didn't seen this whole story before. There's a lot of things that's going on out here that is really coming to fruition. There's a lot of speculations that's coming to light. There's a lot of rumors that are becoming truths. And there's a lot of stories that's hitting me in the face. There's only so much madness, fuckery, hatefulness that you can do before it eventually comes back and smacks you in the face. There's only so much, negative things that you can put out here towards situations, circles, and people before people really see things for what it truly is. It's only so far that a person can spin a narrative on things before the masses really find out that you're full of shit. Now, some of them might still go along with the get along, just so they can get along, so they can get some up out of it. And that's all fine and dandy. Excuse me. But for those that's not following that lane, for those that really want to see things for what it truthfully is. For those that know better, for those that understands that there's there's something real smelly going on. And it ain't stale fish that's been sitting out on your counter for 5 days in the sun. There's some bullshit going on. There's some trickery. There's some fuckery. There's some things that people try to spin a narrative on to try to make you think things is one way, and then you really find out it's another. I know y'all see the title. Clout, pills, and politics. And you probably looking like, what the hell is that all about? Clout, pills, and politics. Well, what do we got to do with that? Some of y'all might say. We got a lot to do with it. Okay? We got a lot to do to deal with those certain words that I just used for the title of tonight's show. You know, it's sad, but these things are prevalent in our society in many different levels in today's times. You got some people out here that is hell bent on maintaining their clout, maintaining their certain status, maintaining a certain look, image, some kind of fake facade, so to speak. There are some people out here that are really hell bent on the clout that they get, whether it's good or bad. Hell, a lot of them feel hell. As long as somebody's speaking my name, hell, I'm relevant. I'm doing something. I'm out there. I'm lit. They can't keep my name out their mouth. I mean, that might be good to a certain degree, especially if you're like doing something that's worth being talked about, that's worth being, discussed, that's worth actually being praised. You know, you got a lot of people out here that strives for some kind of validation for themselves, whether it's in superficial circles, or in mainstream circles that really are making moves and changes and things in modern day society. A lot of us are so addicted to this word called clout. A lot of them don't care as far as what the clout and what the talk of you is really about. As long as they're being talks about you, some people just accept it. And that's cool to a certain degree. But I think a lot of us should really consider that old saying, bad publicity is better than no publicity at all. No, that's not really true. Not in today's time. Because people can use bad talking points about you, bad characteristic flaws about you, bad situations about you, and they can run into the ground. They can just take it, talk about that, add some other stuff to it, and before it gets back, it could be 20 different stories about you. And 99% of it ain't even true. But because people took on to it and they was putting in their own little 2 cents and 3.5 cents and shit like that along with it to give it this momentum, now they looking at you like, yeah, she wasn't, or they wasn't, or she wasn't shit, and and half of it could be a whole lot because people made it so believable in their own mind's eye that they convinced others to believe the bullshit that you were saying about these people. You know, like I say, bad publicity ain't always good publicity. So I would suggest if you don't want certain things to be said about you, if you don't want certain circles to view you a certain way, then you should move a different way. There's nothing wrong with being who you truly are in self. There's nothing wrong with not accepting certain things that you really deep down don't want to be a part of, but because you want to be with the cool kids, you'll do it. Don't fall into that, okay? Because you're not being yourself. And the worst thing any of us in this world can do is try to be somebody that we are truly not, just to appease somebody else that really don't give two shits about you, and really all they want to do is use you for whatever you're worth at that time. Some of y'all have to learn it the hard way. Some of y'all already see it already, but you just ignore it. Don't ignore it. If you feel it, it's real. If you believe in it, it's real. If you think it's possible, yeah, it's possible. So don't ignore it. So shout out to all those that's tuning in right now. I don't know who's all tuning in. I know, man, like I say, I guess me having a week off, people thought I was off the grid. No, I wasn't off the grid. I just had other things going on. And last Monday just got all messed up. And I just said to hell with it. I'm just going to just redo the live stream, the next following week. And I'll just take it from there and here on out. Well, I will say this. Thank y'all. I need 6 more subscribers to reach my personal goal for this point in time right now on my Struggle Stream network. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Black Bottom Roscast, please go over there and subscribe and hit the bell for all future live streams and other things I plan on doing. Like I said, I tried to do something new last week, and I should have waited until I did it and got it together, because doing it the night of me doing my live stream, I was in for it. I didn't realize just how much other shit I had to have and to deal with and to basically have, because one shit shaking. And it's not like the streaming network that I was trying to use for my YouTube ain't good. It's just the in particular equipment that I'm using. Oh, it was too much for it. It was struggling. You think I'm struggle streaming? Hell, my shit was struggle streaming. So I just decided just to cut it off. I'll redo it at a later time when I get some newer equipment and things of that nature. Like I say, I'm not getting cash apps and super chats and things like that right now. I'm not of that status yet. Hopefully I plan to, with due diligence and consistency as far as what I'm doing. Hopefully, I reach the people I need to reach. I piss off the people I need to piss off. And yeah, it is what it is. Shout out to those that's tuning in on my Facebook side. Like I said, I'm back. We are back here again at the Black Bottom Roscast. Last week, I didn't do the stream. And if it did stream on the Facebook side, you probably heard some of the stuff, but I had to revise it because things got all messed up. Matter of fact, I don't think I even did it. I think I shut that down on my Facebook. I was trying to do some newer technical shit, and I ain't that technical and stuff like that. And yeah, it didn't work out. So I just had to shut the whole shit down. So I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Yeah, man, we gotta be mindful of that new drug. Well, it ain't really a new drug. It's been out for quite a while, and it's called Clout. We gotta really be mindful of that. It can put you in bad situations. It can put you in situations where there's no return. You can put yourself in scenarios that people are looking at you in a whole different light, and you wasn't even that type of person. But because you were so hell bent in being popular, you know, um, obtaining different reputations for things that maybe you're not trying to be, but you're just trying to get along with the get along. You'll do these certain things, and then you're gonna look up down the road and be like, damn, was it really worth it? Be mindful of the company that you keep, the circles that you're around, and the things that you do. Because it could elevate you on one side, and also on this other side, it can destroy your character. You don't want to do that. Also, I know you saw the title. I'm already talking about Clout. I'm getting there. These pills. For all those that have been watching me for quite some time, throughout my introduction, I tell everyone when y'all coming in, grab these chairs. We about to fellowship. You here at another edition of the Black Bottom Roscast. But I always have a disclaimer. Drink you some water. Eat you some fruit. Roll you a blunt. Have you a cocktail. Drink you some juice. But leave them pills alone. Because them mugs will kill you. And I'm going to tell you this right now, people. Them pills that y'all so hell-bent on using to party, to kick it, to be recreational, they will catch up with you. Okay? Peace and blessings to all those that's out there that do what they do. But know there's a certain limitation of the things that we do. Yeah, I like beer. Yes, I smoke cigarettes. Yes, I smoke herb. True enough. But there's too much of a thing is a bad thing. Hell, these things ain't good. Drinking beer ain't good. Doing all the things we do on a regular basis, so-called being grown, is not good. You can honestly do a thing, and it can be detrimental to you in the end. Okay? We have to learn to limit our excessiveness because it can catch up with you. Ooh, this will come about. This weather does something to my allergies, and I hate it. It be making my throat dry, make you want to cough. I'm just being honest. I'm just keeping it real. Pardon the body.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
We gotta have it.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby.
Right back.
And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Chill, 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 chill.
We're back. We're back, and I'm black, and we are that exact. Anyway, like I said, I've always put that disclaimer out there about that. And I always put emphasis on the pills side of things, right? I understand a lot of us grown folk, we be in these certain circles, we go to these certain events, we entertain certain people and circles of people, and we go to these parties and stuff like that. Some of us just want to do certain things to feel a certain way. This epidemic has really been a problem maybe going on 20 years now. This whole pill thing, this ecstasy. And then now with the newer generations, we're doing well, not we, but some people are doing these other illicit over the counter prescription drugs, Percocets and all this other crap, the things that over the years that we all been hearing and some of the urban music, as far as, all these newer so-called rap artists that praise these things, praise these drugs. Hell, they've been talking about lean and all the other shit years before. True enough, a lot of us looked at it like, all right, whatever. Certain people do certain things. We just left it at that. Some of us might have tried things here and there, and don't be ashamed of it, especially if you tried it and you didn't think it was you. Then no, that's not something you should do. But I do believe that these pills that a lot of y'all are out here consuming on a daily basis, it's becoming a problem. It's becoming another epidemic. It's becoming another issue. And ultimately, it will become another tragedy in your family and in your lives. Okay? These so-called pills that y'all be so geeked on popping, as y'all say, and partying with them because y'all say it makes you feel whatever's in your subconscious when you so-called pop these pills, it enhances that feeling and it comes out tenfold. Whether you're angry, whether you're sad, whether you're, you know, on some freak body shit. So many of us say, yeah, these things just enhance those things 10 times over. Some of y'all be enjoying that shit. Some people can't take that shit. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not perfect. I am not here to say I'm holier than thou. But I can recall a few years back, I was in certain circles with people and we would do these things. And I got to admit, that was short lived for me because, oh, yeah, it made you feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But the next day was hell. Well, for me, I don't know how it is for others, but I know when I messed around and indulged in those things, just to be trying some shit. A lot of us do things to experiment. Some of us get out of it. A lot of us fucking hold on to it because we are just our natures are so addictive that, all right, now we done got something else, and some of us out here took advantage of it and they ran with it like, they fucking Walter Payton on the gridiron. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody that's out here on a regular basis doing that, you need to stop. Seriously. the things they put into these designer drugs, y'all not ready for that. Your body can't take that. Your body is going to react a certain way. Now, you might have some people that might, put a facade on that, oh, it's all good. But eventually, too much of something will end up in a bad situation. Be mindful of the things that you consume in your life. Like I said, I drink beer, I smoke cigarettes, I smoke weed. I might have a cocktail here and there. You know, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna sit up and buy a fifth every goddamn day and drink that shit. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I have me a beer. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that. But these other high powered, what's funny, right? Over 20 years ago, these pills that y'all getting for like the fives and tens, however y'all doing it now. Back in the day, that shit was exclusive. If you didn't have back in like 2006, 2007, like 25 to $50, or really, really knew someone that had that shit, y'all wasn't getting that. It wasn't so easily accessible in them days. You really had to know certain circles of people that had it and did it. And a lot of times they weren't even trying to get you involved in it. You had to be in a certain kind of circle in them days to really have that shit. And even then, just the aftermath as far as when it kicks in, when y'all so-called rolling, I would never, well, actually, you know what? This shit goes back as far as like 2001, 2002. I remember I was, man, working, I was in between jobs in 2002, right? And story time. So come on in. So come on in. I was working a little part-time job at the time. Just moved back from the north side to the south side in the year 2001. After being gone off the south side for like, what, maybe a decade. So we're talking like 91. Yeah, 91, I moved to Hazel Crest to about, I say, roughly 93. Okay. Summer of 93, my time in Hazel Crest had ran its course. I moved back to the south side for a hot minute on the east side of Chicago, of the south side, to about, I say, 94. Okay. I left that side of town and moved up north. So like I said, I stayed up north consistently from like 94 to like the summer of 2001. So what, about 7 years? About 8 years. No, yeah, about 7, 8 years. Almost a decade. Come back to the south side. South side was not the same when I came up in the 80s, in the early 90s. Everything, I mean, it was always fuckery going on, but it really got bad when I got back on the south side of Chicago in 2001, 2002. So I'm out there trying to find my way back, get reaccustomed to the side of town that I'm living in. But things change, yo. Motherfuckers was out here ruthless, more ruthless than what I was used to. And I'm born and raised on the south side of Chicago, southeast side. Yep. Old stomping grounds, 87th Street by Anthony, South Chicago. That's my old stomping grounds. You know, went to school all up around it, up until I graduated and went to college. You know, but it was just a different vibe. It was just a different thing. It was just a different. It just wasn't the same no more. Everybody had their own mindset. Everyone was doing this, doing that, doing this. And drugs was really becoming prevalent in our communities, and people that you probably wouldn't have thought was doing drugs. But 2001, I can really recall, is when these pills really started to circulate around, right? Because like I say, I was working this part-time job, just trying to have something. And it was this Spanish girl, young girl. No, she was younger than me. And we're talking 2001. So I'm like in my early 30s at that time, right? She was like late teens, maybe early 20s, 21, 20, between 20 and 21 at the oldest, right? But she looked older than what the fuck she was her age because of how she partied. Now, of course, all of us in our early 20s, yeah, we partied, we kicked it, we stayed out all night. Sometimes we didn't come back home. And when I grew up, when we used to kick it, I'll leave on a Friday. I didn't come back around the land until like maybe Monday or Tuesday. So we was gone for days, kicking it and partying and doing whatever we was doing. This is when I was really deep in the house scene. Even though I'm getting back into it, but that's another story for another time. But you know, I used to ride the train with some of my coworkers coming into work. And this girl happened to always be on the train with me during the time when I would be going to this little bullshit ass part-time job. And one day, and you know, it was cool. You know, a lot of the younger cats, you know, some of them were college kids. Some of them was just up and coming, just trying to have a job. Some of them would live with their parents, trying to make some extra money to kick it, party. We all know what we're talking about. And this girl, one time, right? We going to work, we walk into the gig. She's like, yeah, we just talking, shooting the shit as we going to our job. She's like, yeah, do you want to roll? And I'm like, no, um, I'm not hungry right now. I'm totally oblivious to what the fuck this lingo is, you know, as far as that. When I hear someone say, do you want to roll? I'm thinking of like maybe some pastry, you know, some fucking Danish strudel type shit, you know, some a donut. I mean, something. I mean, you know, a donut roll. I mean, you know, a pastry roll. I was totally a nerd on this situation. I was not ready for this conversation at that time. She's like, no. Do you want to roll? I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, you want to pop a pill? I'm like, no, I'm not sick. I don't have a cold. I was very healthy at the time. You know, I'm in my early 30s. I was, yeah, I'm not with that. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is this roll shit? You know, this pill shit. What are you talking about? She's like, oh, you don't know. I'm sorry. I pop X. I'm like, X? The fuck is that? Oh, you don't know? Oh, it's ecstasy. You know, I'm like, what the fuck is it? Like, you're asking me to do something. Clearly, I know you might think I'm like cool and, you know, hip to a certain degree and all this other shit, but what would make you, but you know what though? That goes, there are so many stories of people that have got addicted to drugs because they was hanging around people who previously did these drugs, and they said, hey, why don't you try this with me? Because let's be honest, drug addicts really don't like to get high by themselves. Some that really do, they're so far gone. Yeah, they think like that. But like the partiers, the ones that do it, the so-called kick it and enhance their time amongst each other. People that do certain drugs always want others to do them drugs with them, so they don't feel left out, or they don't feel like they're just doing it all by themselves, or in the back of their mind don't think that they got a problem. But it's beginning stages of having a problem. So she's telling me, hey, do I want to roll? And I'm like, I'm not hungry. And then when she broke it down to what she was saying, I was like, oh, no, I'm not with that. And this was back in like 2001, 2002, right? So for all that time, I used to, now all of a sudden, this whole phenomenon started hitting the streets hard. It went from being some exclusive shit to now being in every fucking neighborhood. Hell, sometimes you might be able to buy it in your neighborhood fucking corner store. Depends on who was up in there. Some of y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. It just became a problem. It just started going and going and going. And now, with the music changing and shifting into the agenda that the music was changing into, like, say, the mid 2000s, like 2007, 2008, 2009. Now you got rappers talking about this shit. Percocets, weed, lean, all this other bullshit. Y'all like, yeah, we gonna do this shit. We gonna live like them. Let y'all know y'all are slowly destroying yourselves. From something that used to cost either $25 to $50 or more. Now then turn to the fact that once the late 2020s came, now you can get this shit for $5, $10 from anybody, not knowing what's in these pills. The bath salt, it was all kind of different aspects of this drug. But as far as y'all people so-called thinking y'all taking this ecstasy shit, did y'all ever do the research of what they really put in some of these fucking pills? From what I hear, the main basis of a lot of those pills that y'all so highly into taking to kick it and party, and sometimes because you didn't got addicted to that shit, they got heroin, cocaine. Some of them have bath salt, and whatever other drug they put into that shit. So you mean to tell me y'all, crack, cocaine, same shit. So you mean to tell me all y'all people that pop these pills, y'all don't know that y'all doing heroin and crack and whatever other mixtures of chemicals they put in these pills? And y'all feel good about that? Y'all used to talk about Betty the Crackhead back in the 90s and the early 2000s when y'all was growing up. Because y'all remember them when they used to be a better version of themselves before they really got hooked on drugs. Some of them used to have houses and cars and look good and stuff like that. 10 years later, smoking that crack, their lives got turned upside down. And some of y'all used to talk about it. Now here you go in this modern time And just because it's been glorified in some of these songs that we all listen to in these clubs, that it's cool to do. You don't think that shit's affecting y'all too? Y'all don't think it's affecting y'all as well? Do the research of what you're consuming in your body. Okay. I'm getting to the finish line with this, you know, because I'm saying this from experience. Yeah, true enough. Back in 2001, 2002, I had some young Hispanic girl asking me, do I want to roll? And I'm thinking she talking about food, and she's really talking about drugs. I wasn't on that. But as I further got along in life, even though I saw some of the bullshit that was going on with others and how y'all do y'all shit, I wasn't paying attention to it because it ain't my fucking business. But then I put myself in a certain circle, and I can admit this shit. It took me to 2020 to really 2020 vision to really see what this fucking shit was all about. How ironic. Because at this time, I'm doing things, I'm in certain circles, I'm around certain people, I'm around family on top of this. I'm around blood. Fuck a stranger. I'm around blood. And motherfuckers is doing this shit. So what do I decide to do? Like a dumbass. I decided to partake in the partying that we was doing and what they were doing as far as with that shit. Yeah. So then I started dabbling in that shit a couple of times, a few times. Not a lot. I'm going to tell you this right now. That shit ended real quick. Because the day after, the after effects of that shit, oh, you be feeling a certain way while you're doing it. Oh, yeah, you feel this way, you feel that way. All the things all the folklore they talk about when you pop them motherfuckers. Yeah, it's true. But the next day is a motherfucker. And how many of y'all going to admit to that shit? How many of y'all going to admit to the fucking fact that that shit fucks your stomach up so much you in the bathroom constantly trying to get that shit out because it got to come out your system. Whatever we intake in our body, it's got to come out one way or another, either up top or down low. Tell me I'm lying. It's got to come out some way. How it came out for me, it wasn't that pleasant. I'm sorry. It was not that pleasant. I didn't want a beer. I didn't want to smoke no weed. I didn't want to eat. I didn't even want to square. I just wanted to be left the fuck alone. And hopefully this feeling the day I felt like that in my life until I got into that little pocket of living at that time. That was very short-lived. I never, see me personally, I never bought that shit. I hung out with motherfuckers that did that shit. And they told me, just give here, take this, take this, take this, take that, take that, take that. No diddy. I know that's the new word right now. No diddy. Gotta be careful. I'll be right back though. Hold on.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
All right, we are back. Anywho, but yeah, man, no Diddy. I was like, man, listen, this shit is getting the after effects of it is something else. I would never forget a few years back when I was in the club world and we had an anniversary party. One of the people that was supporting our club set, just so happened, it was like that. We was out in the south suburbs, we was doing our thing. My man had a drink, and I'm a big tequila drinker. I'll drink some tequila, some tequila, some vodka, stuff like that, light liquor. I can drink that, especially if I mix it with like some juice or some shit. I'll drink that shit all night. That dark shit, I can't fuck with it like that. Too tough. But my man had some tequila. Had a nice little pint, like a fifth bottle. We partying. He's like, man, what you hit this? I'm like, all right, cool. Hell yeah. That's that. Oh, that's that shit? Okay. No, it wasn't 1800. I think it was, fuck. Patron, right. Patron bottle. Patron's tasty, especially if you mix it right. You drink that shit you could drink that shit all night. You'll be buzzed, but you'll be feeling good. And then the next day you're like, all right, I'm cool. Man, I drank that shit. Cause he's like, hey, you better watch it. It's dirty. Another term. See, I done went from 20 years prior to like, hey, do you want to roll? Thinking you asking me for a Danish? Do I want to eat a Danish? And no, I wasn't hungry. But that was a term that motherfuckers call that shit. Do you want to roll? To, oh, this is dirty. I'm like, what do you mean it's dirty? It looks pretty clear to me. The fuck you talking about? The fuck you? It's just dirty. I'm not giving a fuck about it. I say, fuck it. I hit that shit. Not knowing that meaning dirty is that he put a few pills up in that motherfucker, let that shit dissolve in the liquor, and now it's the fucking tequila and all other kind of bullshit that's in that bullshit. And I was ha. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but maybe a couple of motherfuckers I don't like. But I wouldn't wish that on anybody. How I felt that night. I was out of it. And it was a hectic night. I didn't hardly get no sleep. That shit kept me up. I might have slept 30 minutes in like 2 days behind that shit. I swear to God, the next day when I didn't have nothing to do and I was recuperating, I was so fucked up behind that. It was fucked up. Heart feeling a certain kind of way. I'm feeling like I'm about to go to Elizabeth. I mean, like, what the fuck, man? This ain't cool. This not how you supposed to live life, man. Doing that shit, I don't see how a lot of y'all do it on a regular. I get it that y'all, whatever's going on in your life and your mind, you feel that that's what you could do to help cope, but you really should consider not doing that. I know some of y'all gonna fucking take this the wrong way right now. I know a lot of us, we've had losses here recently. And one loss that we just had here recent, rest in peace to Glitter. She was a very cool person in the club world for a number of years. I respect the fact that y'all showed the love that y'all showed for that woman. Because I'm not going to lie, she showed genuine fellowship to everyone she met that was a part of that. I would never forget every time she would see me. Hi, Roz. That was just her. She'd go on by her business. We hug each other, this, that, and the third. We done hung out and a few times too. And then between them times when I wasn't really thinking how bad this shit was, you know, I was partaking here and there. But see, I don't have an addictive personality, or I don't get hooked on things so quick. And if things don't make me feel, if things make me feel a certain way that's not really normal, I gotta let that shit go. And you guys should really consider that as well. Certain things out here we're not supposed to be doing. I mean, let's think about it. I mean, I understand a lot of y'all got y'all ways and stuff like that, but this pill shit is just a modern day version of crack. You might as well just smoke some crack. You might as well just hit some heroin. You might as well do some cocaine. Because that's all the shit that's in that shit. And whatever else. And now this fentanyl shit is out here now. And some of y'all are doing that. I remember some years back when people was doing that K2 shit, that synthetic herb shit, and that shit was fucking motherfuckers up. When y'all gonna understand, man, that there are certain entities in this society that wants to see you at your lowest. And it's all in y'all's communities. It's all in ours neighborhoods. It's so easily to get now. And why is that? Like I said, back in the early 2000s, that shit was exclusive. Them pills, if you didn't have $50 or better, you wasn't getting that shit. And if you didn't know the motherfucker that had it, it wasn't in your neighborhood. Now they done chopped it down to $5, $10, well, however else they doing that shit. This is designed, man, to destroy our fucking community. And like I said, going back to what I was saying about Glitter, man, beautiful woman, beautiful person. She had honest intentions as far as how she treated people in the club world. All y'all showed out. All y'all showed up. All y'all gave her all the respect. You know, peace and blessings to the ones that was really close to her. Peace and blessings to the ones that's in her family. But did y'all really care about her? Did you really care? Did you not know that was a problem? Do I need to spell it out? Now, I don't know, and I'm not here to sit up here and put some kind of shit out here in the streets because I don't know how she actually passed. Nor am I going to sit here and say, yeah, this happened because of this, that, and the third. I wasn't there. So I can't wholeheartedly say, yeah, this happened because she did this, that, and the third. You know, I can't say that. But don't be stupid. Don't be naive. Don't think that excessive things don't cause your demise earlier than expected. I will say that. You can take that how you want. Keep popping them motherfuckers and see where it gets you. I'm telling you, but I'm not telling you. See, like I said, I don't know for certain. So I can't sit up and say, well, yeah, this happened with this person because of this. I can't say that. I'm not a doctor. I don't have an autopsy report. So I can't, all I can do is say allegedly, y'all keep doing that shit, you're going to kill yourself. And my moniker every week when I do my damn podcast, I say, get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail, drink you some juice, but leave them pills alone because them motherfuckers will kill you. They will. It might not do it tonight. It might not do it this year. Keep doing the motherfuckers and see where it gets you in life. Y'all talked about all the heroin addicts, all the cocaine addicts, all the crack addicts. This is just a newer version of this shit. Is that what you want for yourself? Is this what you want your children to see you deal with? You think you partying and all this other shit off this shit? You think that shit's cool? Y'all really think that shit's cool? It got to the point where it's, man, I ain't gonna lie. Some years back, that last little, you dig? Oh, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling how it was making me feel. I had to let that shit go. Y'all can have that. No, I'm good. After a while, the circles that I was hanging out with, like, hey, here you go. No, I'm good. I'm good. If I can't do what I do off the simple shit, like some weed, a beer, cocktail here and there, I don't need shit. We too busy doing over excessive things, and it's gonna catch up with your ass in the end. Get it to fuck together. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If y'all really cared about that woman, y'all would have told her, hey, you need to stop that shit. I said what I said. Take it for how you feel. Who the fuck you think you are? Who you think you? I'm telling you. If you really cared about that lady, and I'm not saying that that's the reason why she's no longer here, because I don't know. I just know that she went out, she kicked it like she normally did. She went home, and then wake up. That's all I know. I can't speculate that was the reason, but I can say you're not helping the situation any easier constantly doing that shit. And y'all know that woman constantly did that shit. Just like some of y'all. You know, see, the funniest thing that I learned with a drug addict, and I'm not calling her a drug addict, but I'm just saying this in general. When a drug addict gets called out on their shit, they get super offended. They get very defensive. They get almost belligerent and violent when you call a drug addict a drug addict. And I get it, because y'all really deep down are ashamed of what you're doing. And some of y'all can't help to keep doing it because you done got hooked on it so damn much. It's like a cigarette smoker. It's like an alcoholic. It's like a compulsive eater. It's like a sex addict. You can't stop. You gotta have it. And too much of a thing is a bad thing. Be mindful what you put in your body, y'all. Some of us are so far gone now, y'all don't care about your life. Them pills will kill you. And if this didn't teach y'all a lesson, and like I said, I'm saying this, but I can't prove this because I haven't been around. So I can't just say, oh, yeah, that's just the number one thing of why this situation happened. I can't do that. Don't fucking hold that against me. And if you fucking feel a certain way about me saying this shit, bitch, fuck you. Did y'all help stop her? Did you tell her, hey, baby, We need to cut this shit and do something else. If not, then don't fucking come at me. Because I'll come right back. Because you know I'm fucking right. If you know someone's doing crack to the point where it's destroying their life, would you tell them to stop? If you cared about them? If you saw someone blatantly doing cocaine obsessively and you cared about them, would you tell them to stop? If you saw someone destroying themselves on heroin and you cared about them, would you tell them to stop? If the answer is yes, did you really care about them? You leaders, you so-called close friends, you sisters, did y'all really care about her? If you did, you would have helped her stop. Not saying that's the reason why she's no longer here, but don't think it didn't help. Hell, some of us have underlying health issues that either we don't detect or treat, and we might not know about it until it's too late, because a lot of us don't get the necessary medical help that we need, checking ourselves out as we need. So many of us walk around hell beast and sickly and purposely killing ourselves. But because you feel good at the time, you don't think about the long-term effects of these things, man. These things have long-term effects. I gotta deal with the fact I smoked these motherfuckers in the end. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's true shit. The things that we do in excessiveness, it will get you in the end. One way or the other. Some maybe not. Some of us, small percentage of people, just might just live life and just pass on when it's time for you to pass on. There's no reason why a person should be passing away in their 30s and 40s and they still got plenty of life left. Unless you have some terminal illness that is uncurable that came about just because of genetics and just a bad rap. There are some that have passed on before their times, but it wasn't because of their over excessiveness to drugs. They caught a bad rap because of physical illnesses, cancers, tumors, things of that nature. Even though a lot of those diseases are man-made, but that's another story for another time. The diets that we have, the things we consume, it helps in the process of killing yourself before your time. But I understand some of y'all wasn't taught how to properly take care of oneself. So you don't really understand that unless you really take it upon yourself to research these things. But research them pills and really see what the fuck y'all's consuming. And then think about it. This is what you want to keep doing? Anywho, like I said, I wasn't going to be too long. I know I started a little late, but not too much late. These politics. Your girl Tiffany Henry is running amok in Dalton, y'all. I understand that some of y'all out there, because of the passion of glitter, y'all doing something in Dalton. You already got to look at the politics that's going on and look at the fact that we have individuals that get a little power, get a little money, get a little clout. They run with the shit. Y'all's man out there is fucking up y'all town, man. And just like anybody that's a hater, if you don't agree with what they're saying, they're going to make your life hard. Just like in the club world, just like in regular life. If there's people out here that you know ain't own shit and got a position of power and you have some kind of resistance towards it, they always makes it hard for you. So right now, I'm quite sure y'all already heard the news. You know, last month, she caused a veto as far as her administration getting investigated by the feds, which tonight they're having their next board meeting and they can veto that veto. But on top of that, it was a previous election that just went on. She was trying to get Thornton Township to up taxes for homeowners so she can come up with the equivalence of about $3 million extra dollars in the township for mental health issues. I talked about this some years ago when I was in the circles that I was, that, you know, since we're so-called nonprofit organizations and we're throwing these parties to generate income to do these things, and if we have the proper paperwork, if we have the proper status as non-profits, we can get grants and other kind of money, and we can open up a mental health facility because they killed all those programs years ago here in this state and across our neighborhoods, which is truly needed. Because if there's no one else that needs mental health help, it's Black folks. Us. The ones that look like me. If there's no one else in this communities that need mental health help, is us. The shit that we done been through, the generations and the traumas that we done dealt with as a people, it's ridiculous, man. The Jews ain't got shit on us, and I don't give a shit. I ain't monetized, so I can talk that shit. They ain't got shit on us. They just got something for their bullshit that we didn't get. And to be honest with you, we don't deserve it as a community of people to get reparations. I'm just telling y'all that shit right now. Y'all gonna jag that shit the fuck off. Y'all are so hell-bent and trying to be stylish and lit and turned and all this other stupid ass shit that they got put in our culture over the years. Y'all don't know nothing about residual wealth. Y'all don't know nothing about generational wealth. Y'all don't know nothing about investing in things to generate more income. Y'all don't know how to be independently wealthy. Y'all don't know nothing about that shit because y'all didn't seek that kind of knowledge. But you can seek out these drugs. You can seek out this party. You can seek out this freak fest. You can seek out all this other stupid shit. And you wonder why other ethnic groups laugh at us and use us because we keep spending. You put something in our face that looks good, you gonna spend on it. And it ain't benefiting you. Or maybe for that brief time, that brief little moment of enjoyment, but you're benefiting someone else. The politics that's going on in Dalton ain't benefiting y'all people out there now. It's benefiting someone else, a certain circle of people. Now she's doing all kind of shit. The feds is on, just like how they own fucking P. Diddy. You motherfuckers that did all this fuck shit. And what's so crazy, and it's sad, but it's understandable. All the motherfucking people that are getting put in a microscope for the fuckery that y'all doing, y'all do it to ourselves. That's the biggest laughable thing these people are saying about us. These motherfuckers have no regards of their people. They will put themselves up under the bus before anything, all for the sake of clout and money. Our culture was never like this at one point here in this country. We used to stick together. Even in our worst time, when we was the poorest, the less fortunate, we kept striving. When motherfuckers were getting hung on trees, getting lynched, motherfuckers kicking in your door, taking your fucking firstborn son, and he don't come back the next day. Ever. We stuck together still. Y'all didn't let this modern society, social media, clout, clicks and likes destroy your whole concept of who we are as people. I was gonna react to some videos, but like I did keep my promise. I'm not trying to be too long. We're gonna expand on this a little later down the line. I just want to put that on your mind right now. And like I say, shout out to Glitter. She was a great person, a good person. I don't know how great. I mean, I didn't hang out with her, but I saw her out and about when I was in certain circles that I was a part of. And for the most part, she was a good person. And I do appreciate all those that did show her flowers. But y'all pick and choose who y'all do that shit to. We done lost plenty of other people in the club world that was just as solid. And y'all didn't give them their flowers like that. How would y'all feel if somebody did y'all like how they did some of these other people that passed away and y'all half-ass supported them? Y'all didn't throw no special party for them. I didn't see y'all throw no special party for Jazzy. I didn't see y'all throw no special party for Akasha. I didn't see y'all throw a special party for OG Funside's father. I didn't see y'all do none of that shit. But y'all keep asking her for shit. Leave her the fuck alone. Because y'all ain't real. Fakers of $8 bill. For those that's doing that. I'm going to leave it at that. Leave her the fuck alone. She's only still a part of it because she still likes to give to the community and give to those that need it. And that's not a problem. I respect the person that's really staying on a purpose. I respect the person that's really a part of this shit, that's really trying to reach out and help the community. I respect the person that's really trying to make a difference in society. You fake ass niggas, all y'all care about is what the fuck y'all got on your trophy mantle. How many knocks y'all got on y'all belt for these dirty dust ass bitches y'all popping off. And you bitches that's doing all these dicks. That's all the fuck y'all care about. Y'all don't care about nothing real. A lot of y'all don't. Some of them do. But like I said, y'all had that much energy for her. And these so-called popular people that had tragedies in their family, And I'm not knocking them for that because, man, tragedy is hard to deal with. A loss in your family is hard to deal with. But we all were so-called supposed to be family, right? So if you give it that energy to one, you're supposed to give it to all. And y'all don't do it. For whatever reason. For whatever person tells y'all, nah, we're not doing that for them. I don't like them. Just like what Tiffany Hayner is doing out there to them people in Dalton. I don't like them, so they're not going to get what I'm going to give this other person because I don't like them. We don't like them. I just don't. Don't even have a legitimate reason. Either or you might have a legitimate reason. Maybe you're deep down jealous of them. Maybe you wish that you had the kind of fellowship that person had. They did it naturally. You got to force a motherfucker to fuck with you. You got to intimidate them to fuck with you. You got to put ultimatums in place for people to fuck with you because you ain't a natural motherfucker. Too many of you fake ass niggas out here like that. Like I said, God rest those that's no longer here. None of us is promised tomorrow. After I end this live, this could be it. By the Most High's blessings and graces, I'll live another day. Anything can fucking happen. But while you're here, do things the right way. Because if not, some are going to cry over your fucking grave. Others is going to fucking piss on it. And that's for real, for real. I done seen it. I done seen people desecrate people's fucking graves. What kind of people are we now? You hated that person that much that you go and destroy where they're placed to rest for eternity? A memory now? You hated them that much? What more can he do to you? What more can they do to you? They're in the ground. That's bad karma, man. Some of us are going to pay for some of the bullshit we do out here in these streets. And how we deal with people that look just like us. We all really who we got, but we so fucking distant from each other. I don't see it happening anytime soon in my lifetime. In the life, I got more life behind me than I do in front of me. And that's just real. I ain't 18 no more. A lot of us got more life behind us than we have in front of us. We should really honor and respect that. Because it could have been any one of us out here in this world that don't wake up. Y'all think about that shit. The things that we do in our life, we gotta really look at it in a more broader perspective and ask ourselves, is this the thing that we want to keep doing? Is this how we really want to live our life? Is this how we gonna end our days? Is this gonna be our legacy? You need to think about that really hard. All things in this year is coming to fruition. All things that need to be exposed will be exposed. All things that need to be resolved will eventually be resolved. And either you're going to keep living the life that you live and end up in a bad situation, or you're going to really look yourself into the mirror. Ask yourself, is this how I really want to live my life? and make the right decision. So on that note, I want to say everybody, peace and blessings. I want everybody to have a great remainder of the night. Have a great remainder of the week. And as my man Simple the P always used to say, God rest his soul, I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. You are here at Black Bottom, and we are gone. Next week, tune in again. Same bad time, same bad channel. This Thursday, Groove London Radio, 8 p.m. DJ Roz. We on the ones and twos. You'll see the flyer. Other than that, y'all be easy. Think about what I said, y'all. I could have got a little bit more, but I said what I had to say. If you don't understand it, it is what it is. Well, peace out, y'all. So tell you good night. Cause I find a better one. Yeah. It's a simple night. Before the moment rise. Ooh. So tell you good night. Cause I find a better one. Ooh. It's a simple night. Before the moment rise. It's not a problem, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yeah, nothing can stop me, 'cause I'm addicted to you. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. With the way I follow, no need to say with me. I follow the edge of the road. So tell me good night. Cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. So simple. I'll be seeing y'all next week. Have a great remainder of the week. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Black Bottom Roscast. Hit the subscribe and the bell button for all future shows. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate all those that tuned in tonight. And we are gone.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you. Show God.